1984 Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS, 36,000 miles. Let's take it for a test drive. Happy Monday, everybody. Starting off with a great vehicle this week. We have a 1984 Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS with a documented 36,780 actual miles. This is a clean Carfax with no accidents or damage ever reported. The only thing on it, on the Carfax, if you look through it, in 2019, someone did call and say that someone borrowed the car at one point, but up at the top, there's no theft recovery or stolen real report. So I'm guessing someone borrowed the car when they weren't supposed to. They called on it and they made a notation on the Carfax, but to me, it does not matter one bit because it is a clean Carfax with no accidents or damage ever reported. It just has that one little note back in 2019, so make sure you check that out if you care. To me, it doesn't matter one bit. This one has a stock style 305 in it. Funny enough, the casting number and the suffix code on the front of the block come back to be the correct motor for the car. There is a partial VIN. It's really hard to see on the front pad. For whatever reason, it's not lining up 100% with the last few digits of the VIN on this particular Monte Carlo. So it lines up to be the correct motor for the car with the casting number and the suffix code, just not, again, the VIN stamped motor. So I don't know if back in the day they made an error on the assembly line, or if at one point they had a warranty replacement motor put in it, but it does line up to be the correct motor for the car, just doesn't have the VIN stamped on the pad. Again, doesn't matter to me a whole lot because most people pull the 305s out of these and put in 350s or 383 strokers. The 305s made 180 horsepower, so upgrading the motor to a bigger motor or more high performance setup, again, what most people do on these Monte Carlos anyway. But it drives like a stock car. Again, there's no question marks that it is a 36,000 mile car. It's super clean front to back. Turbo 350 behind it, power steering, power front disc brakes. The exhaust has been upgraded to a dual muffler with tailpipes coming out the back. Sounds a little bit more aggressive than it would have from the factory, but not a crazy loud exhaust setup. You have your factory AC, which has been converted to R134A. I got it on right now on the low setting. It puts a good volume of air out. Put it on the high setting, it will freeze you out in here. Again, if it does ever leak off, it's R134A already converted, so it makes it a whole lot easier to charge. But right now, it is very nice and cold, good volume of AC. The only items I have listed as in-op on this one is I wasn't able to get the cruise to kick on. Most likely needs that little module cleaned, very common issue on these. The washer fluid sprayers aren't spraying any fluid. And let me think here, my memory, oh, it's right in front of me. The tach is stuck at 2,200 RPMs. When you really get in the throttle, I got it to move just a little bit, one or two times when I first drove this thing, but the tach is stuck right at 2,200 right now. Everything else is working. Lights, gauges, horn, wipers, radio, again, heat and AC are working good. You do have tilt. So again, disclaimer, the tach is stuck. The cruise wasn't engaging, but we will try to engage it on our way back. Maybe we can get it to work. And then the washer fluid sprayers aren't spraying any fluid. On the interior, it is coated as 22D, which is the dark blue, the royal blue with the white accents. Interior-wise is super clean. A little bit of fading on the top portion of the dash right here, very, very minimal, but no cracks on the upper plastics, which is very common. Those speaker grills get really bad cracks in them. There is no ashtray slide out right here. It does have an Aftermarket Pioneer stereo. Glove box opens and closes properly. Seat covers are excellent. Middle fold down armrest, back seat looks great. Headliner and visors are all awesome. We'll dive into it a little bit more here in the video, but we're warmed up good, so we'll go ahead and get in the throttle some. Again, got a whopping about 180 horsepower or so not a race car by any means, but it's not what these were designed for from the stock application. But obviously a lot of people put big motors in these. They're a lot of fun. When you do have more horsepower, they drive great. The road manners on these are super, super comfortable. As you can see, we're cruising at 60. We'll get up to about 65 and we're just cruising. Carpet's nice, floor mats look great. Really nothing to note on the inside here. Power windows on both sides work. They are manual locks, which doesn't bother me one bit. On the underneath, floors are awesome, zero rust issues, frame is great. your normal areas that these get problems. The rear frame rails are really bad about getting rust on these cars. Has none of those issues. A very, very solid and a clean car underneath. You're not fighting rust battles. On the exterior, it is a factory white car with the blue accents. The graphics have been redone. I actually think the car has been repainted, but they went back to a factory look. Still has a little bit of orange peel that these always get on the tops of the sail panels in the back. They kind of, if they did reshoot it, they made it look like a factory setup. Paint quality's nice. No real issues other than a few little dings in the paint. A couple small ones on the lower corner of the door here and one on the little rocker over there. Very small stuff, but a very presentable car. Paint quality shows great. Graphics look good. I really like these in white with the blue, especially with the white and blue interior. My additional information's tab on the website, pcclassiccars.com. We'll have a screenshot of that doesn't work section, which we talked about, as well as the small little cosmetic flaws inside and out. You do have your stock SS wheels, really good tires all the way around, no dry rot, no cracking. Odometer's rolling like it should. We're reading again 36,785 miles as of this video. Suspension all feels good. It's all stock style equipment. No rough spots, no squeaks, no rattles, no shakes of any kind. Driving position is great. This is a solo driver seat over here, and it's a split bench, so this is actually a separate seat. And then this one will slide, the passenger seat will slide forward and back by itself when you manually do it. Just an easy, comfortable car to drive. You do have tilt again. The steering wheels go really far up, so if you need to get in and out, it's easy to slide in and out of the car. The doors open and close properly. The hood opens and closes properly. Downshifts like it should. And make sure you check out that doesn't work section, just so in case I'm missing something off my memory here. Glass is in all nice condition. Windows roll up and down like they should. You do have your factory rear defrost. The button kicks on, the button kicks off. You have your manual passenger, your remote manual mirror for the passenger side, which is on the dash, and then the driver's side one is on the door over here. Both of those function properly. Windshield's got a couple small little nicks down low right in front of the driver. There's like 3 little ones right there. Roll into the throttle here a little bit. Inside the rear compartment, there's no issues back there. It's all factory looking. Same thing with the engine bay. There's nothing out of place. It all looks OE factory again. When I tried to get the vent off the front of the motor, they just weren't lining up, but it has the suffix code there, as well as the casting number comes back to be the right motor for this car. So don't know exactly the answer to that one, but to me, again, it doesn't matter because it is just a little 305. Super fun cars to drive. Very comfortable. AC's cold. Great looking Monte Carlo SS. It is a true SS Monte Carlo. And a funny thing for this particular car, if you're sitting in it and it's not running, you hear a little tick, 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 and that's actually your factory dash clock, which is still winding and still working, which almost always never works. So that's really cool that the dash clock does function. We're gonna go ahead and roll into the throttle here, pull out this traffic. Smooth, easy power. Gets into high gear. And it just, easy car to drive again. As always, I'm Mike. This is a 1984 Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS with 36,787 miles. From myself and everybody else here at PC Classic Cars, we always appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of our test drive videos. Make sure you check out that additional information tab on the website, pcclassiccars.com. Check out the content across all of our social platforms, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks again for watching.